Hello, 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 and welcome to The Straight Edge, where I, Sam Peterson, an old gay trans man with mediocre teeth, welcome you to my world of knives. Not an expert, just a guy who really loves knives for whatever wacky reason. Today, brothers and sisters and others and theys and thems, I got a couple of sweet, sweet blades to share with you. One is new to me, and the other is an ex, and sweeter for it. The first knife that showed up was the TRM Neutron, which I suddenly cannot backflip. So let's just forward flip it. Yes, the TRM Neutron, a knife I had in lizard skin titanium and liked, but didn't love at the time. I did not love it. Look at that. It's really a beauty. I kind of fell out of love with TRM after their Bulldog. I had a Bulldog with the Axis lock, and great knife. Just fucking hate that lock. Not an Axis lock fan. But I'd been looking for a Neutron, like you do when you're horny, for an old knife, an X, and Bob's your uncle. I got an opportunity to trade for it. I traded my Brian Brown Raptor 2 for this, which was a fantastic knife. I really admired. I really did not want to get rid of that Brian Brown Raptor. But I couldn't bring myself to carry it. I just didn't want to beat it up. And so the TRM's already done been handled. And it's got this pinstripe titanium and the stonewash finish on this 20CV steel makes it much less risky to manhandle or samhandle. And it's just a terrific cutter. The thing about TRMs is that by and large, they are slimmer knives. That's not typically my go-to. I usually like a thick boy, and I'll leave that right there. The slenderness of this knife does not mean it is at all fragile. It is tough. The titanium is tough, the 20CV is tough. I find the pinstriping to be that perfect blend of grippiness with aesthetics. And regardless of how one falls in the like-dislike camp, TRM makes great knives. They make a great fucking knife. They just do. It's really strong, tight finish, always. Look at that. I mean, you can tell the fit and finish of this thing is tight. Just lovely. I'm really enjoying carrying this knife. I've been carrying it this week, and anyway, that's enough of the TRM. On to the next. I saw this blade on the secondary market, and I thought it looked interesting. I'm always on the alert for an unusual company or blade or designer to tickle my fancy. And this here knife did tickle my fancy. It really did. I have a weak spot for Doppler designs, Doppler patterns on titanium, and I'm stupid about it. I'm stupid for a Doppler pattern. Just like Sagahai, the Japanese wave pattern, also kind of silly for that. Really was, like a year or so ago, was really crazy about that. Yeah, thick, thin, I don't care as long as it's consistent and done well, is what she said. Now, this is the Penrose Ottardita. The Penrose Ottardita. Penrose is a company out of Switzerland, of all places. I'll show you the box. See, it's got a little Swiss flag on it. They OEM by Kubey. I failed to look it up, but for some reason there are Gangster Otters on their, or Business Otters on their box. Very interesting. Yeah, so OEM by Kubey, and it feels like it. It feels like the cheap early Kubey. It feels like a cheap early Kubey $150, $200 knife. Sometimes I think now Kubey does a terrific job with their contracts. Like with Devo, they do a really wonderful job. But this knife, while delightful in many, many ways, feels a little cheap. This is my issue with the earlier Kubeys, especially. They either feel kind of light, and I don't mean light in a weight way, but something about them just feels lightweight. Or like someone missed the finishing step. You know, it just feels like that. A little once over with a light grinder and some sort of cloth. I don't know what people do to make knives all finished, but that would have made a huge bit of difference in this particular blade. It's not a light weighing knife, but it is a bit of a lightweight knife, if you get my meaning. Maybe the devil is in the designing. Maybe it has everything to do with the author and not the producer, like the CAD drawings or whatever. I don't know. I don't make knives. I just adore them and worship them and obsess about them. Yeah. Before I carp on and on, this is not a bad knife. It's a perfectly nice $180 knife. It sells for $189. It sells for $199 on White Mountain Knives. I think they still have some. I'm not the first owner of this knife. I did not pay full fare, and I got what I paid for. But I don't think I'll be carrying this. It's missing a little something, just a little je ne sais quoi, a soupçon of the joie de vivre, if you will. I like my knives to have that little extra, that little Frenchification. And, well, I guess you have to pay for that. Also, it digs in my palm, which I don't enjoy. Giant Mouse knives often do that too. Giant Mouse, which they make those in Italy, so they're super finished. So, you know, everything's rounded and crowned and all that stuff. But there's always this one little bit at the bottom that is just wants to grab your palm, which is weird. Like, why leave that? But anyway, the jimping is good. The knife shape is lovely. And of course, the Doppler milling is sublime. Really love it. Really love it. Yeah. Hope you can see it. Milled tie at M390 if you're interested. But if you've got $199 to spend, find you a Concept or a Kaiser or, God, there's so many. Throw a little on top of that. Get you a TRM Neutron. How about that? Love you, babes. Bye-bye. See you later. Have a good weekend or whatever. Bye.